Today, I want to talk about the free agents that are still out there. Somebody that we can get that can pretty much guarantee that we win a Super Bowl. And I mean, I'm serious. Like, I think this team is like this close, like this close for us to win a Super Bowl. Like, and I mean guarantee. I mean, as close as guarantee and staying healthy can pretty much get us. So I would probably say there are 4 free agents, and we can probably only get 2 of them because we don't have the cap space. I think right now we got like 7 million. But I think once they sign Cassius, they are only going to have about maybe almost 6. 5 to 6. So you ain't gonna have that much. And I don't think at this point, I don't think Mike Brown is going to restructure Joe Burrow's contract. Honestly, at this point, I think it'd be dumb unless you can pull off a major trade like for Jordan Brooks or Josh Sweat, maybe. I doubt that'll happen. Even though looking at the numbers, it wouldn't be that expensive. But yeah, unless you're doing it for something like that, it would be pointless to restructure Joe Burrow's contract. Like, you might as well say that the next year. And if you need to restructure to help you sign, DJ or Dax, that's what you do. I mean, I'm not going to restructure the contract to waste it on any of the free agents that's out there right now. Like, I'm just not doing it. Honestly, I don't even think I would do it for Jordan Brooks because if I'm not mistaken, Jordan Brooks only makes like 7-8 mil, and you can come and restructure his contract where you can make his cap hit, around 3-4 million. So there just isn't no reason to restructure unless you're doing something big. And for this team, I don't think there's anything big left out there. Like I said, unless you're going to trade for Jordan or Josh Sweat, and what did that do? I mean, you're going to trade Miles Murphy in the meantime? Because you bring in another edge rusher, like somebody of that caliber, then you're going with Mafe and Sweat on the ends, and Murphy would be right back where he was when it was, Trey and Hubbard. So I just don't see the Bengals doing that. But here are I would probably say 4 free agents that I will go after. But like I said, you're probably only at the most going to sign 2, maybe 1. But, because right now the roster is at 90, but, that don't matter. Like, I mean, they can cut a couple of guys you would never even know who they were. I mean, like, so they can make that work. And out of these 4, there are 3 positions that I think the Bengals should focus on, but I'll take 2. And those positions, whether you agree or don't agree, is linebacker, tackle, and slot on both sides. Slot receiver, slot corner on both sides. And here's what I will say. There is a lot of sensitive Bengal fans. I mean, really, there are a lot of sensitive Bengal fans. Some of y'all are truly sensitive. Y'all think that just because somebody disagree with you, Y'all getting y'all feelings. Y'all start name calling. Like y'all just weird, man. Like some of y'all really are just weird. Y'all a weird type of troll. Like, I mean, I actually see people come in the comments and be like, nobody cares about your opinion.
I don't believe you. What?
Obviously you do. Because why the hell would you comment that you don't care? Obviously you watched the video and then decided you didn't care. You really sound stupid. Like some of these people, these comments, man, are just weird. It's like, if you can't form an opinion, or better yet, if you can't listen to an opinion and just have a rebuttal, a respectful rebuttal, I don't, hey, live your life, but it's weird, man. Because you ain't hurting my feelings. Like, how somebody that don't pay my bills hurt my feelings? Make that make sense. So, look, if you think Barrett Carter and Demetrius Knight Jr. are going to somehow turn into the next Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher next year, and they're just going to be super great, fine. I hope you are 100% right. I really do. I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong. I hope you are 100% right. I hope you can next year. I hope we can be sitting here at this time and you can be like, yo, I told you they were going to be this and this and that. Yeah, cool. Guess what? It's win-win for me. Like, if they turn into great linebackers, guess what? We win a Super Bowl. You think I'm gonna be mad? Like I'm gonna be cheering for the whole team except those two? No. Like, hey man, they on the team. I want them to be good. I just believe they need a veteran linebacker to help them get through it. All right. Last year, whether you like it or not, they were the worst linebacker tandem in the league. They were really, really bad. They missed a lot of tackles. Hey, if you want to blame the D-line, fine. But if you blame the D-line, then you got to, then Geno Smith can come in here and be like, well, it was the linebackers. That's why I missed all my tackles. Bruh, you can't always just hold on to that. But yeah, hey, I hope year 2, I hope they prove me wrong. I do. I hope they just come out, ball out, and I'm just like, yo, thank God we didn't sleep on it, or thank God I didn't sleep on these dudes. Like, I'm glad. I'm happy. All right? Because a lot of y'all here, we need a veteran linebacker and immediately think we're trying to replace them. Like, no. We just believe that we need something else with them. Especially, I don't know if you look at the depth chart, but there ain't nothing behind them two either. Like, for example, if they are the next Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher, there's nothing behind them. Burks, Shaka Hayward, I mean, he's a good special teamer, but I don't know if I'm trying to run Shaka Hayward out there, for a full game. I ain't trying to do that. And then, like I said, probably the 2 best linebackers left might just be on the practice squad, and that's Eric Gentry and Jack Dingle. Like, seriously, go look at their depth chart at linebacker and then come tell me, oh yeah, the linebackers are going to be fine. Okay, if Carter and Knight are absolutely Hall of Famers, we still need to bring in somebody just in case one of them Hall of Famers need a break or get hurt. So, with that said, even if it take up most of the cap space you have left, I'm going to get me a linebacker. And the linebacker I would go for is Bobby Okereke. Now, I know there's a lot of people that want Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner is 37, about to be 38. He lost more than one step. He lost about 4-5 steps. And he was decent on a bad defense last year. Decent. Yes, he didn't miss a lot of tackles, but he wasn't. I think a lot of people are just looking at his tackle numbers and thinking, oh yeah, we need Bobby Wagner. No. Go watch them games. All right. It wasn't great. It wasn't like bad, but it wasn't great. I'll put it this way. If we ended up with him, I'm not going to hate it, but I don't think he would start over Knight or Carter. I mean, like, seriously, at this point, you might as well keep Burke and Shaka Hayward and, whoever else to fill the role, because at least those guys can play special team. Bobby Wagner ain't doing that. But with Bobby Okereke, he can still ball. I mean, he had a really decent year. I mean, I know I've been hearing people, oh, he had many missed tackles. No, he only had 7 missed tackles, the same amount as Bobby Wagner. 7 missed tackles. All right. And he played well. The only reason why I was cut from the Giants is I think he had like a $7 million cap hit or $9 million cap hit. So they cut him. I don't know why he hasn't signed. Maybe he just, looking for something similar to what he had, but I don't think he's going to get that. He's only 28, or if he's not 28, he's 29 during the season. He'll be 29. So I would to me, that's who I would go after. And at that point, it's like, okay, you can make everything else work. All right. You can just patch, because like I said, if it takes most of your salary cap, which it probably take about $4-5 million, then that's what you do, unless you can figure out a way to structure it so that the cap hit ain't that much and you can bring in somebody else. All right. So the second free agent I would bring in, and I know this one is a little controversial, and a lot of people are just going to go, they have two ways about it. And I agree with both sides, because he didn't play necessarily well last year, but I'm not bringing him in here to start. And that is Mekhi Becton. I would bring him in and see if he wants to do swing tackle. And not only can he do swing tackle, he can play guard. He won a Super Bowl with the Eagles playing guard. And he can play tackle left or right. I'm just saying, the idea of going into this season with Cody Ford as a swing tackle, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to do that. That really sounds like something I ain't trying to do. I'm not trying to do that. But they just cut his. And normally when they cut somebody or cut somebody's salary, they're gonna keep you because you cheap. But yeah, they just cut his salary too. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be here. And I know they drafted Brian Parker. And Brian Parker played tackle, play guard, play center. But I don't know if I want a rookie being my swing tackle either. But I mean, if it comes down to it, it comes down to it. He was one of the steals of the draft, so I think we'll be fine with that. But like I said, the idea of Cody Ford, it scares me. But if you can bring in Mekhi Becton, I don't know how much he would cost. I know he was making like $9 million a year, so he ain't getting that. Not from us. He ain't getting that from us. But I think he'd be all right, if he was here. Cause like I said, he fits our tackle profile. Like, 6'8" and 340. He definitely fits that shit. So I think it fit in. I mean, just think with our starting 5, Mims, Reisner, Karras, Fairchild, and Brown Jr. And then you can bring in Becton, Parker. What's the other dude? I think it's Christian Johnson. The guy they paid like $30,000 to for undrafted free agent. And Connor Lew. And I mean, there's your backups right there. And to me, that would be, you bring him back and you would have the best offensive line group Joe Burrow's ever had, starter and bench. And I think that would be fucking fire. So I'm hoping they do that. Then the third, and like I said, the last two players, it's just slot on both sides. You know, you need a slot receiver, you need a slot corner. Now, but in both situations, it's more of a want. It's not a need. It's just, to be honest, like I said, I'm trying to guarantee a Super Bowl. Let's just be greedy. That's how I'm looking at it, man. And I said this almost a year ago to the date on this channel. Keenan Allen. Bring in Keenan Allen. All right. Now, if Keenan Allen ain't your flavor, bring in D-Hop. I like the idea of D-Hop, but I don't know. Hey, his and I'm not saying he has a bad attitude. I'm saying his attitude towards the game. His attitude towards the game might be different if he came here because he know what position he would be in. I think he went to the Ravens thinking he was going to be, you know, the number 2 main guy, you know, next to Flower. But here he would know what he is. He would be the slot third receiver. He would be basically, he would take Yoshi's spot. But I think after they signed Kobe, Young, I just don't know if they would do that. But I would bring in one of those top wide receivers that's out here. Like, I mean, even Curtis Samuel, like somebody that I just don't think defenses come into this game thinking, oh man, we got to deal with Yoshi. I mean, and I'm not knocking Yoshi. I'm just saying they're not coming into it thinking like that. I want somebody to come in to where they got to be like, shit, we got to deal with that dude too? All right, this is bullshit. Like, I don't want this dude. I don't. Because I don't want what comes with it. But imagine if they signed Diggs. Man, all you would hear from the ops is, see, Joe Burrow's a weapon merchant. He's a weapon merchant. Yes, good. Give him more weapons. If you brought in Stephon Diggs, oh my God. Like I said, I don't want it, but I would. It would be one of those things where I'm just like, but I'll be happy because I know defenses will be like, man, this is bullshit. And he had a good year last year, but he had cost too much. And I don't want to see Cardi B at our game. When we play the Chiefs, Cardi B on one side and old girl Taylor Swift on the other. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. We don't need Cardi. We don't need Cardi. Leave that at home. But yeah, that's something I would do. I mean, I just bring in a third wide receiver, even because, you know, you basically doing it by name, but bring in a third wide receiver to make these defenses think. Like, we got to deal with Mike Gesicki, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Stephon Diggs, or Keenan Allen, or Diop, bruh. Stress. These guys to be straight stressed out. Like, so I'm just saying that's what I would do. Now, the last person, I see a lot of it, but with Kenneth Moore. But again, I think Kenneth Moore would be expensive. The, you know, corner from Indianapolis. I think he'd be too expensive. But honestly, give him a test, see if he works out. But Diggs is out there too. Try the other Diggs. Hey, bring them both in. Bring in Stephon on one side and his brother on the other. Marshawn Lattimore is still out there. You know, I don't know about Snead. I think he hurt. Jarrett Snead is still out there. Trayvon Diggs is still out there. And look, those guys made money, and I don't care what they say. Like, oh, they'll be too expensive. And at this point, you don't know what these guys, you know, there ain't no telling what these guys will take. Okay. And if it's out of our price range, it's out of our price range. Then we don't need them. I mean, that's how I look at it. You know, like, I ain't stressing over nobody. Like I said, if you cost too much, we move on. Because I will say, and here's another thing that a lot of sensitive Bengal fans and the ones that listen with their heart, not their ears, is just because I or people like me want to add somebody does not mean we don't think this team, as is constructed right now, could win. I truly believe the team that we have right now can win a Super Bowl. I believe that. I really, really believe that. But I have never seen them win a Super Bowl. And I want to damn near guarantee it for myself. And for me, I feel like if they did one or two small things, it would guarantee a Super Bowl. Because we know how the season's going to go. T. Higgins is most likely going to miss a few games. I do not think T. Higgins has played a full season, and I love T. Higgins. I would not want to get rid of T. Higgins. I'm just telling you, we got to live in reality. Just like we have to live in reality when people are always, oh, Joe Burrow stay healthy. You're right. If Joe Burrow stay healthy and the defense play top 15, we win in the Super Bowl. As the team is right now. But I don't want to take no chances. If, you know, if T has to miss a game or if Jamar has to miss a game, I want to be able to say, hey, Stephon, all right, move out here, do this. I mean, again, I don't know. I'm saying Stephon because I think that's the one that'll piss people off the most. Stephon Diggs will definitely piss people off. Like, that shit would piss people off. Stephon Diggs would piss Bengal fans off. I mean, they'll appreciate it once he got on the field. But yeah, people would be pissed if they signed Stephon Diggs. Even Bengal fans, they would be pissed. But yeah, and now, like I said, corner, I don't know. I honestly don't think you need to bring in a slot corner. Because, I mean, it would suck for him, but you could always move Hill into the slot. And you never know. Hey, I keep hearing about how great these linebackers are going to be with their second year. Maybe Josh Newton in I think this is his third year. Hey, maybe he take a turn. You never know. And I mean, they did bring in Ja'Sir Taylor. Now, I don't think he's ever really been a starter, but hey, he probably sees something like, hey, if I bust my ass, man, I might be able to get the job. And you still have Daniels. And he played good at the end of the year. So the corner would be the last thing. That would be the last thing. But yeah, if I can bring in Bobby Okorike, Mekhi Becton, and if those two don't work out, I can just be like, hey, Stephon, come play here for $5 million. I'll do that. I mean, because say what you want about Stephon, he still can run them routes. Hey, he balled out last year. I'm just telling you, he did play well. I don't want Deebo Samuel. I don't know. I've never been a fan of Deebo, and he always hurt. We can have the comeback. Jonah. No. Please do not bring back Jonah Williams. There's Taylor Decker out there, which I don't know. Taylor Decker asked for his release from Detroit, and I don't even think anybody's even sniffed at this dude. So yeah, I don't see that. Because over here it says market value for Stephon is 13 mil. Shit. Good luck with that, buddy. Man, somebody must really be desperate to pay Stephon Diggs 13 mil. I wouldn't do that shit. And same with Trayvon Diggs. Or, Trayvon Diggs. They saying his market value is 8 mil. Hell no. I would not pay Trayvon Diggs 8 mil. I wouldn't give his brother 13, and I damn sure wouldn't give him 8. Like, hell, defect net.
No, hell no, fuck no. With a side order of no on the side, sprinkled generously with what the fuck are y'all thinking?
Nope. Wouldn't do that shit at all. Never. Oh, here's another person too that I've been hearing people pretty much say the Bengals should go after is Joey Bosa. I don't know. I don't see that. I just, again, he would be a one-hit wonder. You only bringing him in for, to rush the quarterback on third downs. But to me, I feel like you already have that with Cassius Howell. So I don't know, because you bringing in Stewart and Howell, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know if I would. Like I said, when I saw that article where they were talking about the Bengals should trade for Josh Sweat, and it's like, okay, are you getting rid of Miles? Are you getting rid of Stewart? Because to me, that defeats the purpose. If you bring in him, you pretty much just telling Miles he has to go. And if you're not gonna, if you deny Miles' 5th-year option, I mean, Sweat is gonna pretty much cost you the same. But so maybe that wouldn't be as bad. I mean, Sweat can ball. You know what? Hey, okay, yeah. If you can bring a Sweat, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would be fun. But see, like I said, I'm getting greedy because I want to see them win a Super Bowl. I do. But like I said, the team as it is right now could win a Super Bowl. I really do believe that. Like, I would have to see them be shitty and be like, damn, I was totally wrong. Like, but I just don't see it. Like, just looking at this on paper. Yeah, on paper. Like, you got a rejuvenated Dex pumping life into Hill. And I don't know. I just, you got Boye out to prove himself. Like, hey, I deserve this 20 mil. Watch me cook. Yeah, man. And then you got Miles, contract year. You got Dax and DJ contract year. Battle contract year. Like, these dudes are coming to play. They are coming to play because they trying to get paid. And same with Mims. I think after this year, Mims, bruh, you don't think he gonna be ready? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, they have great guys at the right time who are looking for money. And hey, if those contract years lead to a Super Bowl, cool. Don't care. Pay who you can pay after you win a Super Bowl. I mean, but that's what I would do. So, but those are the 4. Actually, I don't know which ones I chose. So I guess what? Bobby Okereke for sure. Mekhi Becton. And then, like I said, for shits and giggles, Stephon Diggs. And if you can't get Stephon, go after Keenan Allen or D-Hop. And, the last one would be Kenneth Moore, or, work out Trayvon Diggs and see if he can run in that slot. I mean, I know he had that Cinderella year in Dallas. But see what he can run. And but those are the things I think if they do 2 of those things, I think it'll guarantee a Super Bowl. especially the linebacker and the tackle. You know what I mean? The weapon, I'm not really worried about. Slot, I'm not really worried about. But if you can bring in Becton and Bobby Okereke, I truly believe you are setting yourself up to win a Super Bowl, damn near guaranteed. Because you're giving yourself a safety net if somebody get hurt. You're not just bringing in, some, undrafted free agent or some rookie. Like, you bringing in somebody that is qualified to do the job. And same with Bobby Okereke. Like, even if he doesn't start, I would rather you bring him in than Burks. And I'm not saying get rid of Burks. I think it would be cool if you had Knight, Carter, Okereke, Burke, and maybe Shaka Hayward or Jack Dingle, because you're only going to keep 5 linebackers. So, hey, I hope it works out that way. But thanks for joining me. Come up with something else tomorrow. Peace.